What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. My name is Mo and I'll be going through my transfer plans for Game Week 5. Game Week 4 is still taking place, guys, with still 3 games to take place today. And what I'm doing is I'm going through my thought process of how Game Week 5 will look for me. Am I making any changes? Am I taking my transfers over? I've got 2 free transfers to play. Will I make any transfers? So we'll go through all the information around that. What makes this game week even more interesting is the fact that we have 3 game week deadlines within 7 days. So usually we have 1 game week every weekend, but we have a midweek game this week, so it's coming thick and fast. So there's a risk of rotation, more decisions to be made. Do we stick? Do we twist with all the action that we've seen today? So stay tuned. We'll go through all the information around what my team has done, what I've done so far, and what am I looking to do in Game Week 5. If you guys like what you see, give us a like. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, guys, join the FPL INKLING channel and be part of this FPL family and be tuned in for one of the best contents for FPL this season. So let's review how my game week has gone so far. I still have 1 player to play. As I mentioned, we still have 3 games to go in Game Week 4. That's the issue, guys. So when we make daily content, sometimes we have to pick up the pace, and the game weeks don't really finish before we make the content for the next weeks. But there's nothing to worry about. We've got more than enough sample of data for us to review for my team, and I can tell you and let you know what my plans are going into Game Week 5 and even Game Week 6. So let's review Game Week 4 so far. So a good game week for me as it stands, because there's still 3 games to go, so things can change by the time you guys see this video. 66 points from the 10 players in the outfield that have played for me already. Am I satisfied? Of course I am. I'm above the average points as it stands. I still have Kulusevski to play, so fingers crossed. By law of averages, he's had 2 blanks, so I hope he gets me some form of returns tomorrow, and that would definitely, finish off the week or cap off the week in a fine style for me in itself. So my rank at the beginning of this game week was around 2.1 mil. I've gone to the 1.3 mil rank, so 244 points overall, 66 points so far. So in my defence, Man City conceded 2 before half-time. Again, is the defence a concern for me for Manchester City? Not really, to be fair. As I said, I'm going to stick with these guys. So Edison and Cancelo, just 2 points between them. Cancelo did come off after the hour. Kind of a good thing and a bad thing for me in that sense, because I know he didn't get any returns for me or any bonus points, but him being, substituted, kept fresh for potentially midweek, so could not be, rotated, could be playing again. So I'm planning to keep him in my squad. Now, Trent, let's go on to Trent Alexander-Arnold, 17 points. So the first return we've had from Trent so far this season, and I'm so glad I kept him in my squad. 1 goal, 1 assist with 17 points, and what a fantastic start it was. So all those managers like myself who kept him in their squads, congratulations, it's paid off. And I'm thinking about all those managers that kneejerk to move away from him. Are they looking to get him back into their squads for Game Week 5? They've got Newcastle at home and then some really good fixtures coming up after that. Then Reece James got me another return, 7 points, and Cucurella got me a return as well with 5 points. Gabriel saved my game week because I was around the 1.8 mil before he scored and his bonus points came through, but he's taking me up 500,000 places. That's how tight it is, guys, within the FPL community and the leagues and the overall league of the FPL game in itself. Salah, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but 9 goals, 18 possible returns, 9 assists, 9 goals potential for Liverpool. He got nothing. He blanked. We'll talk more about that obviously in other videos, but it's disappointing to see he didn't get a return. But hey, we move on, and we look forward to the next game week. Then Martinelli got me 2 points. Jesus got me 1 point. He got a booking as well. Haaland got me 17. What a great decision by me to, stick, not twist, and bring Kane in for this week. Obviously, look, Kane can go big against Nottingham Forest, not to say, but I think I'm pretty satisfied to take a hat-trick from Haaland, unless Kane scores 4 against Nottingham Forest, which he can do. Not to say he can't. That probably will kind of make me feel just a bit of dissatisfaction or distaste in my mouth, but overall, pretty satisfied with my week, how it's gone so far. So what moves am I looking at? Let's discuss, guys. So at number 1, my transfer target, as I've mentioned in my previous game week, was Luis Diaz in this game week. So Diaz, I took him out after game week 1 because I wanted to target the fixtures for Kulusevski. Now Kulusevski, as this video is being made, is still to play Nottingham Forest, which will be happening on this weekend. But more than likely, I think from what I've seen from Diaz, he played amazing in the first game week when I owned him. Unlucky not to get me any returns in his first game week against Liverpool, where he hit the post, and he had like a ball which was kind of like crossed through to him by Robertson, which was overhit, and he just couldn't reach. So he could have got me a decent return then, and since then he's got decent returns in 2 out of the 3 games that I haven't owned him. So what am I thinking at the moment? So Kulusevski out for Diaz. I'm going to triple up on Liverpool again. Will I again be nervous having no Spurs assets? Yes, I will. Potentially, who could I look to get in from Spurs into my squad? Emerson Royale for Cucurella, but Cucurella is playing well at the moment, so I have no intentions to move away from him. Could I move to Lloris from Edison? That could be something that I could look at as well based on fixtures. But at the moment, Diaz is someone that I really focused upon and he is delivering. It's a shame I didn't own him this week. Congratulations to all those managers that do own him. And the fixtures coming up do look quite promising. A few difficult fixtures in there, but this guy is looking the part. And I think, yes, they had a bad game against Manchester United. It was a bad day at the office, but otherwise, in the other games, he's actually pretty much been one of the best players for Liverpool week in, week out. So Newcastle at home midweek in game week 5. Everton, a tough game again. Wolverhampton, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge will be a cracking game. Chelsea defensively have looked, fragile. They haven't usually kept so many clean sheets as they usually do, but that's just been the start of this season so far. Brighton at home will be a tough game. And then Arsenal away, the league leaders, guys, they keep finding a way to win. Can they win the league? I'm not going to jump the gun, but do you know what? From what I've seen so far, they're looking good for the top 4. That's what I can certainly say. So for me, Diaz is someone I'm looking at. More than likely, I'll be bringing him in this week for Kulusevski. Even if Kulusevski does well against Nottingham Forest, brilliant, I'll take the points. But I think overall, moving forward, from what my original plan was, I was looking to own Diaz from the last couple of game weeks. So I was saying, look, once that Nottingham Forest game takes place, from the Newcastle game onwards, I'm looking to own Diaz in my defence and going back to a triple up on Liverpool in my squad. The next player I'm looking at is potentially Kieran Trippier. I have kind of kept off him because of that Liverpool game, and Cucurella is giving me the returns. Now, what am I thinking? Cucurella with his minutes being risked, I'm not too sure. Kieran Trippier is close to a price rise, so if he does go up in price again, or even if Diaz goes up in price, I can't afford both players without taking another player out. So what does that mean for my squad? I'll just have to wait and see, to be brutally honest. But Liverpool away, Crystal Palace at home, West Ham away, Bournemouth at home, Fulham away, and then Brentford at home are his fixtures. Overall, I think he's a fantastic player. I won't think he's going to be scoring every single week. Nick Pope in goal gives me a bit more assurity that Newcastle can keep a clean sheet in those run of fixtures, but the game at Anfield does send shivers through my spine. So the only thing I'm thinking is potentially, can Cucurella be rotated with Chilwell, because it's such a fast turnaround? That's something that we have to just wait and see. How fit is Chilwell to come back into the squad? That's the only question I'm looking to ask myself so far. But if I get priced out, look guys, I will get priced out. But this guy, I've kept an eye out for myself. It will be a shame if I can't get him into my squad. But overall, I am very, very tempted to get him in, because you've got to spread the odds, because I think Cucurella's done well, brilliant. But Kieran Trippier adds another kind of like, potent attack to my team, and I think it would be a good omen for me to own him, because I've got the cover for Reece James as well. So let's just wait and see, can I be priced out of him? That's just unfortunate. Otherwise, I've got Cucurella in my team, and I have no concerns with that whatsoever. Do I really want to own Trippier against Liverpool, who's just scored 9? Look, Liverpool ain't going to score 9 every single game, but what a reaction, what a comeback. I guess Southampton are feeling a bit more relieved that they're not the only team that gets beaten 9-0 in the Premier League. It's so easy, it could have been 10, 12 nil today. How did Salah miss that 2 yards out? I will never know. But, that's just the game of FPL. It could have been, even better for us. But Trippier is someone that I'm definitely targeting to bring into my squad. I'm so tempted to hit that 2 free transfers this week. But that Liverpool fixture does concern me. Is it worthwhile just taking a hit for that Liverpool fixture? Who knows? But with 2 attackers from Liverpool in my squad, having Trippier might not be the best of ideas. But if I think long term, with those fixtures coming up, he might be a good pick and a good shout to own in my team. So definitely looking at Trippier at the moment. If I can get him into my squad after the Liverpool game, absolutely fantastic. But if it's having to be done before the Liverpool game, I would just be a bit nervous. But I think what's kind of like a bit more of a, what's the right word to say, a kind of like a positive thing for me, or like a bit more in favour of Trippier, is there is a strong likelihood that Cucurella could be benched in midweek against the team they are playing. So we just have to wait and see who kind of gets the nod for me, and I just have to see who I bring into my squad overall. But Trippier is on the list, guys. Let me know if he is in your list as well. And now let's move on to Perisic. Now, this is one player that I really wished I owned. I really did. I had him all pre-season, then he got an injury. I wasn't sure if he was ready to begin the season, but he's back now. Even in the 2 games that he's coming on as a sub, he's got bonus points and returns. So this guy's incredible. So hats off to all those managers that owned him. Now, is he going to start against Forest? He had a knock. He was hobbling after the game. I think the news is positive. He probably will play. Now, he's got 3 games in 7 days. I know Conte likes to manage his workload, so he might be rotated in one of these 3 games, or might just get like a 20, 30 minute run out. So we just have to wait and see. But West Ham, Fulham, Man City's a tough game, but Spurs usually do well, like Crystal Palace do at the Etihad. So that will be a good game. Maybe not a clean sheet wise, but maybe a return in terms of an attack or a goal. They've got Leicester at home, Arsenal, and then Brighton away. So a mixture of fixtures for Spurs, but they're looking good. And this guy is certainly one of those players that is, prospering and doing really well so far this season under Conte. He understands the vision, the direction of the club, and he fits in amazingly. Thus far, from what I've seen, this is the one player that I don't own, and I feel, kind of disappointed that I don't have him on my squad. So if you do own him or you're looking to get him in, I think it's a fantastic choice. Definitely part of my transfer plans, but at number 3, he'll come in terms of the players that I'm looking at. But so far, how I'm looking in terms of game week 3, in terms of game week 5, this is game week 4, the scores. But in terms of game week 5, this is what my squad looks like at the moment. I've made no transfers as it stands, but so easy. It could be Kulusevski to Diaz. Southampton away is a good fixture for Chelsea. Are they playing on a Tuesday or are they playing on a Wednesday? That would be an interesting question to see. They were playing on Tuesday night. So in terms of like time to kind of recover, Sunday, Monday, so 2 days, that's the thing. So am I tempted to get Cucurella out for Trippier for this Southampton game? The temptation is there. Will I be priced out? That's another thing that I need to think about in terms of Trippier. But in terms of Chelsea fixtures, I don't have any concerns, to be fair. But if you look at it, Wolves, Fulham, Liverpool, yes, then Crystal Palace, Wolves, Aston Villa, Brentford. So there's a lot of good fixtures for Cucurella to have. Again, it's just one of those where, like, what do I feel? Do I feel like I want to get some Newcastle coverage in my team? It's just waiting to be seen. But that's how it looks like, guys. Those are my transfer plans at the moment. Diaz more than likely will come in for sure. I'm not too sure about if I'm going to play my second transfer. Haaland at the moment is going to say, do I really want to get rid of him after a hat-trick? No. So even if he comes in for about 30 minutes against, Nottingham Forest at home, I could expect a few returns. So it's very difficult to, now make a move of Haaland, because I do want a game against Forest in the nicest possible way. So if I was going to go Kane, it's probably going to be this week. So, but you never know till the deadline hits. But at the moment, Haaland looks like he'll be staying. So Kulusevski more than likely to go to Diaz. And then Cucurella is 50-50 at the moment for Trippier this week. But I'll most likely do that after the game week 5. But potentially I could be that transfer could be missed out due to the price rises. But let's not dwell upon that too much. This is what it looks like, guys. This is what I'm going into game week 5 as it stands. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts are on transfer plans. Are you looking at the players that I'm looking into, or are you looking at any other players? Let me know. If you like this video, give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed to FPL INKLING, why not? A brilliant time now to hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And hit that notifications icon to get regular notifications of the content I release, which will be daily. And will be live streams as well in a weekly basis as well. So please stay tuned and be part of this family. I wish you guys the best of luck for the end of game week 4. Good luck for game week 5 picks, guys. We've got this. Let's get to number 1 in FPL. Best of luck, guys. Stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with some more content.